Alright guys, got the Ruger 2245 out again. The Mark III version, of course. When I first got this, there was a couple of things I didn't like about it. Of course, you've seen the sights. I've already swapped that out. But another thing I didn't like about it was I think Ruger kind of went a little overboard with the safety features on the gun, including the magazine disconnect, and then on the other side here, the loaded chamber indicator. So, to remedy this, I just went ahead and removed both, because the magazine disconnect was the biggest pain in the ass for me, because whenever you're disassembling and reassembling the gun, you have to take the magazine in and out a couple times in order to essentially pull the trigger, just so that you can either move apart or whatnot and stuff. It's just a pain in the ass. Couldn't remember when the magazine needed to be in, when it needed to be out. I've never had a magazine disconnect before, so it drove me nuts. That and the magazines didn't actually drop free, and they wouldn't always seat all the time because the disconnect was pushing down on them. So sometimes I'd, seat a magazine, start shooting, and then all of a sudden I'd have a failure to feed, and lo and behold, it's because the magazine wasn't actually seated all the way. So I'd have to smack it, tap rack, and get it going again. Also, whenever you depress the magazine catch, it wouldn't actually eject the magazine. It would drop it about a half inch, and then you had to pull it out of the bottom of the pistol. Drove me nuts. I like drop free. I don't like them sticking in there and me having to actually pull them out. So, what I did is I actually took a Mark II hammer bushing and put it in place of the magazine disconnect in there. It's real simple to do. It's like a $6 part or something like that, maybe $7. I don't remember exactly what I pay. But then your magazines, they shoot out, and I mean they come out free, drop free completely. If I was holding it up, it would just drop free completely, and they seat a lot easier. You don't have to smack them in there real, hard to send them home. So let me take this apart and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so I got it apart. Okay, if you look down in the top here, right here is the new, let's see, you can see that. Right here, this little piece right here is the new hammer bushing. That's a Mark II hammer bushing, and it replaces these parts on the side of the hammer. And this is your actual magazine disconnect. If you take your Mark III and you look up in the mag well, you'll see this. It protrudes in there, and then of course, pushes up out of the way to make it so that you can fire with the magazine in it. But without it, of course, you can't fire. So the Mark II bushing right there replaces that and eliminates it altogether, so you don't have to deal with it anymore. Now, some people use washers, and they'll use the stock bushing and then just fit some washers around it to try and make it fit, and you can shape them and stuff like that. I think it's a number 10 washer. You take two of them and stack them, and then you got to shape them a bit. But I figured the part's cheap enough. I'll just order it. I think I got mine from Midway USA for like $6 or $7 or so. And then all you have to do is pop this pin out, and that holds onto your safety, your hammer bushing, and the back side of your transfer bar there. And then pull out the old parts, put the new hammer bushing in the side of it, push it back in place, and you're good to go. Just make sure down here on this side, let's see if we can pick it up, I don't know, there's a spring down there. You got to get that behind the pin, and it actually helps to retain the pin. So all you got to do is put it all back into place, and you're good to go. That's as simple as it is, and eliminates the magazine disconnect, lets your mags drop free. It's great. You don't have to mess with the trigger bar at all, so you don't have to pull any other pins, just this top pin here. Alright, so yeah, that's all you have to do for that. Mags will drop free from that on out. And then another thing I did, just because I thought it was a pain in the ass to clean around, is the loaded chamber indicator that sticks out. There's a little metal piece that protrudes in right to the back of the chamber there, normally. And I got rid of it. I've heard stories of guys having malfunctions because they say it gets so gummed up and then it won't allow around the chamber and stuff like that. I got rid of it mainly just because of ease of cleaning. It's a pain in the ass, like having to clean on the top side and then scrub underneath and stuff like that. And you can do it, but you know, you go through a lot of Q-tips and stuff like that. So I just took it out of there because I didn't feel like dealing with it. Plus, I didn't think it worked that well. And none of my other guns have loaded chamber indicators, and I always press check them anyhow whenever I'm out at the range. So I didn't see a need for it. But I did leave, I put the plastic piece back into place because I didn't want extra debris and dirt and stuff getting in there. So I left this piece in place, but I did take the metal section out that protruded and that actually pushed the piece out whenever there was a round in the chamber. So those are the two things I did that really, I think, you know, make this gun better. And as far as safety, extra safety features like that and stuff go, I mean, you can't fix stupid, so why try? I don't know why Ruger does it in the first place. Well, I mean, I know why. Some states require it and stuff, especially like internal locks and everything. But, I mean, you just can't fix stupid. So, I thought they actually, you know, hampered the gun's performance and its, you know, cleanability and mags dropping free and stuff. So, I eliminated all of them. So, let me get this back together and finish up. And this right here is the best part about reassembly. Don't have a magazine in it, still pull the trigger and you can drop it right in. And no magazine yet again. There you go. Okay guys, so that's just a couple more little mods that you can do on the cheap that I think make the gun that much better. Let me know what you think.